Hey guys, welcome back. So let's jump straight into this tutorial. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the shade Chocolate, and what I like to do is just firstly start out by brushing the eyebrows in an upwards motion just to sand all the hairs up and to get a really good look at what I'm working with pretty much, and then just start to fill in any sparse areas. And I always brush through my eyebrows during the time that I'm doing them. To define the eyebrows, I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light. I just went ahead and used that on a really small concealer brush, and then I just started to drag down the concealer and to cover the lid as an eyeshadow base. This is just going to help any discoloration on the skin and really make our eyeshadows last longer throughout the day. Using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, I'm going to use this light orangey peachy shade on a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to work this into the crease area as a transition shade. And then we're going to go in to the Huda Beauty palette and pick up the shade Sandalwood, which is one of the most amazing colors. It's so unique. I love this shade so much. I use it pretty much on everyone, a lot more than what I should anyway, but I'm pretty much just working that into the outer corner of the eye. And then I just pick up Henna on the same brush. This is more of a tapered brush because you can really control where you're placing the color. I'm just pretty much working that straight over the top of Sandalwood, but I'm just not going to drag it up as much and just work it into that outer V area. Then we're going to dip into Man Eater, and I'm actually using quite a fluffy brush because I kind of just wanted to really diffuse this color over the outer corner of the eye. And as you can see, I'm really just blending out the edges just so everything's nice and seamless. Now it's time for some glitter. I use this one by NYX. I'm not sure of the name, but I will leave it listed down below. I just used a flat shader brush to press that onto the eyelid area. I do take it about 3/4 of the way out, and then I switched up to a lighter pigment, also by NYX, and just placed that into the inner corners of the eyes because I really wanted to open up the eye. And then we're going to use the Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and I'm just going to create a thin line across the top of her lashes just so that the the lashes blend in easy. And then I just cleaned up the sides using a cotton tip, and then clean the face using the Garnier Micellar Water. This is going to remove any dirt or oil off the face. To prep the face, I'm using the Strobe Cream by MAC, which is an all-time favorite of mine. It's so hydrating. I love it so much. It brings life back to dead skin. I'm serious, like really. Also, I forgot to mention we did pop on some lashes by Model Rock as well. And then we just did a little bit of color correcting. Like, I mean, she did not have many blemishes at all, but she did want a flawless base, so I just went in with the LA Girl Green Concealer and applied that to any redness because that's what's going to counteract out the redness. I just used a small concealer brush to apply it and then just blended it out with my finger because I like to warm up the product. It tends to blend in a lot better. For foundation, I use the Studio Fix Fluid in NC37, which is pretty much your typical fake tan shade. I just applied that with a concealer brush and then blended that into the skin using my beauty blender. To also conceal and highlight the face, I'm using the same Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20 Sand, and just placing that down the center of her face and also underneath her eye area, and just go in with my damp beauty blender and blend everything out. To lock the concealer into place, I'm using the RCMA No Color Powder, and I just had that on a setting brush and just pressed that in to the concealer. I don't like to swipe or anything because it can move or disrupt the foundation and concealer underneath, so I just lightly kind of push it into this skin. To set down the rest of the skin, I used the NARS Pressed Powder in Barcelona on a flat top powder brush. We were going for a super full coverage look, which is why I use this brush, because it tends to pack a lot of product onto the face, not in a bad way or anything, but yeah. Just going to dip back into the Huda Beauty palette and finish the eyes. I picked up that shade Henna on a pencil brush and just worked that from the outer corner of the lower lash line to the inner corner, just making sure that I connect it with the top shadow. And then we're going to pick up Maneater again and just blend that right underneath the lash line from the outer corner to the inner corner. Using the same palette again, we're going to pick up the shade Cocoa and we are going to really smudge this underneath the lower lash line just to darken it up a little. Then we're going to pick up this highlighter from Becca Cosmetics in the shade Pearl, and we are going to place that underneath the brow bone area, just on the highest part of the arch, and blend it down into the shadow for a nice highlight. And then we are going to pack on some mascara to the bottom and top lashes. And then to contour, we use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I always get this mixed with the Chanel one, but yeah, I think it's called the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and we are running this down her jawline, her cheekbones, her forehead, and also down the center of the face, because we are warming up the skin. We were going for a really kind of like contoured chisel look. She looks stunning already and it's not even finished, but yeah, anyway, we are cleaning up underneath the contour using the RCMA No Color Powder to make it really defined. And then we're going to move on to blush, and I used the blush Spellbound by Makeup Geek, which is just the perfect neutral shade on everyone. And then for highlighter, we use Champagne Pop by Becca Cosmetics, which is another favorite of mine. So pretty. I've been trying to steer away from it because I use it too much, but I'm just placing that on all the highest points on her face. Moving on to the lips, we used a lip liner from MAC. It's called Strip Down, and I just obviously line the lips with it, and I actually filled in a little bit of the lip area as well. And then for lipstick, I used one by MAC, and it's in the shade Myth, and I just blended in the lip liner to the lipstick because, as you can tell, it was quite light. Then to finish the look, we just spritz the face using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray to lock everything down. Here we have the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Definitely thumbs up if you did, so I know to keep making them. Don't forget to also to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!